Welcome back. Just had to run here. Obvious things I did. I built the wall around the base. That way I don't constantly have to worry about mobs running in while I'm just trying to sleep. I don't know if those llamas are there because there's a wandering trader out there, or if they were left by a wandering trader already sent somewhere else. But based on the two leads in my hand, I think it was the second thing. But made a couple of these. Placed them down in the only place that didn't have light over here. And yes, the rails do stop mobs from just walking in. So that's nice. All right, so the goal right now is to make the structure around this, and then either make an iron farm or, well, make a cobblestone farm and then make a. Oh, this is for. No, wait, I was going to use them. Right. Alright, so give me a second to remember everything I added. Because it's been a bit. I also switched to the Modrinth launcher. No particular reason. That won't come up for a while. Yeah, I don't think any of the mods I added are going to come up for a while. Nope. I'm all set. So I already have this printed out in the creative dimension, so we can head in there and I can drop a few, finish off what I've got. So I was doing some testing stuff like, I don't know why that's not working, but let me just. Oh, I think that's entirely because of the speed. Oh, no, it's because we're out of lava. Got it. I was testing how much lava it would take to get a lot of lava quickly. How many gutters it would take to get a lot of lava quickly. I also decided to try to see, check out other people's builds of aeronautics and see, how big ships can get. And I think this is the biggest I'm probably going to end up building. Is something this big. I see no need for it to be larger than this. That's like multiple floors. But this thing, though, this is probably how big I'm going to make my first one. I'm going to make this one first, and then I'm going to make that up there. But we'll get to that when I actually start building it. Other cool thing, it wasn't a new mod, but it was an update that. Oh, right. I also. Okay, so one of the new mods I did add was like, oh no, I'm way up here on my airship. There is no way I can safely get to the ground. Added glider. It's not gonna be like insanely powerful like an elytra, so I was fine with that. It's also very slow and has a. It's even breaking in creative mode, but I assume that's just a normal bug. But it also functions. It also functions like the elytra, where you can go over a campfire and it lifts you up. So that's nice. But I was also trying very hard to make the flattest possible airship. And because I want to try to put an airship with one of these on it. But you can tell it sort of works. I'll be refining it, but what I'll probably end up doing is just making a tank. Oh, right. I added Dreams and Desires, which was a mod that I had in the old mod pack, but ended up dropping when it went to 6. Uh, and I added it because. Where is the tab? I know you're here somewhere. There you are. I added it mostly because I saw these and they're cool and I like that. Uh, and there is basically no other reason. I could have done other stuff, but I don't plan to use a lot of this other stuff. So, not well, Omni Speed Controller was the other big choice that I was going for. The hydraulic press is going to be nice. I might eventually make something for the milkshakes. But I'm mostly interested in the Omni Speed Controller, which is just a rotational speed controller, but it works over a shaft, over a single shaft. Actually great. And then the Spud launcher is Spud Sentry, which is just a sentry gun that you put rotation and potatoes into it, or anything you can launch out of the potato gun. Doesn't have to be potatoes. You can launch. It's basically just an automated turret. And yes, they do work on airship. They do work on Sable vehicles. So yes, the plan is to have before I can get the laser sentries, I'm going to be using Spud sentries. But I need to set up a farm for that and have power systems. But the reason I grabbed the grappling hook is because this is a new update to that mod that it now works on Sable levels. Before it didn't, and now it does. So that's cool. And I think that's everything that I remembered. I did some other things like chain compatibility. Anything else interesting? Added a netherite engine, which is just a netherite version of the portable engine. Gives 4 times the power. Same speeds, but it's 4 times the power. Right? Same speed? 32? 32? Yep. So, where is that? There it is. So, this is the workshop I've got set up so far. So, all we're going to do is just finish her up and then break all the create components out of it. Break all the non-building components out and set it up. I think I'm going to put right here. Is that the middle point? Not even a little bit. So if it's this big of a wall, I think I'm going to set up multiple points. Something like this. Yes, but I don't think that's equal. So let me grab... Oh, Vanilla Backport also got an update. So I have sulfur slimes. I mean, sulfur cubes. And sulfur caves. So that'll be nice to get to eventually. But how long is this? 22. So the inside is going to be like 20. Yeah, it's going to be like 20. So 8, 9. So if I put this here, it'll be equal. And then, cool. Just come over here on this side and do that. Oh, I didn't put the cross bar on that side. Okay. And the other side is like here. Just goes across. That. And then there's basically no point in putting windows here, so I'm probably just gonna put like pale oak. Would pale oak look good up here? I don't know why I have these set up. I don't know why I'm making it entirely out of logs, but all right. I'm also still going to have the system I had in the main to the house, where I just leave the doors open like this. Because I don't think they have good 3x3 doors. And I already used the big pipe door for my last workshop, so. And these are all just 2x2 doors. Yeah, these are 4x4 doors. That would be. Oh, no, wait, these are 4x4. Oh, let's take a look. I think that's too European for my base. What about the big Shiro door? That makes it look too gate-like. That makes it look too, like, important for just being a workshop, you know? And then the dark oak door is right out. That just doesn't look like it would be. And the big factory doors are like, aren't those made with netherite? I remember there's one door in this mod that just uses netherite for some reason. That would be okay, but I don't want to use those for a workshop, you know? And these are 3x3. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it open. Only there were a copycat version of Rail. But this will keep the mobs out, and it's simple enough. So this would be really interesting as a floor, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I mean, really interesting as a roof. Oh, you know. Nah, it wouldn't really be all that interesting as a roof, I guess. I might use it as a roof at some point, but not on that. Let's see. What do I have here that would be cool as a roof material? How do you make the pearl bricks? Isn't it limestone? That could be done. But I don't want to make it. I want to keep it simple because I'm going to be needing to use it. Like everything I'm designing, I'm eventually going to have to. I'm actually going to have to make. So I don't want to make it too complicated. What if I just do something silly? You know, if there was a way to fill in the gaps, that'd actually be pretty okay. But unfortunately, that only works when there's no gap there. None of these would really work for roofing. Maybe. If I ever do want to give the look of like fabric hanging over the roof, this would these burlaps would probably be how I'd end up doing it though. Wish they'd add, because some of these are interesting. Like I know the andesite lamp makes it so its brightness is based on the 15 uh, redstone scale. These are new. Don't need to get into them though. These are the multi boxes, right? Yeah. These don't really. These are all furniture. They don't really have. Maybe I do just go for like a stone brick roof. Are there stone brick roofs? Maybe I already built a deep slate one, but not a raw deep slate. Maybe mud brick wouldn't be bad either. I think one of the major issues I have with roofing blocks like this is that you have to have a block underneath of it. And I don't even think the generator makes normal deep slate. I think it makes cobble deep slate, which is fine. I would just need to, because now I would have to do this, otherwise it looks awkward. You know? And then it still looks awkward because now I have to bring it out one. And that just adds too much, you know? Do I just replace it all with log and go with that? Because I like the interior. I'm probably gonna make the floor something else, but that'll come up. I don't know why this is encased. Did I encase this? Maybe. But I like the interior. It's going to be a little expensive with the wax oak, but waxed oak looks good, you know. You know what? Let's try to see what's waxed oak got for us. One of the few items that I can still from this mod that I can still craft. Did my texture pack for the dragon head break? Yes, it did. I will have to look into that. It's easy to ignore because I'm not getting into the dragon anytime soon, but let's check it. Hey, now that since I'm here right now, limestone, stone, cobblestone, cobbled deep slate. So I think this one would generate normal deep slate. Mud, scoria, deep slate. Okay, yeah, you can make it just generate deep slate. Um, it'd be kind of cool if I could use cinnabar and sulfur right away, but I do not have that ability. And I'm definitely not making logo metal for the roof. Not making either of those for the roof. Those are end things, not doing that. Those wouldn't work well as a roofing. Those would work okay as floors, but not roofing. I don't think any of these are going to be good for roofing. These not, but these would. But I'm not doing that without an iron farm, and I'm doing that after I make doing this before I make the iron farm. So, uh, dang, I think I'm gonna go with mud roof. Where's the Fetsy's tab? I think I'm going to go with something a little standard, but a little standard, a little obvious, but you know, if it works, it just works. Though, do I have to make mud or packed mud? Because that's a whole farm. That's packed mud. That's a whole farm. Oh, wait. I can just sand it into packed mud. That's huge. Okay. That's a huge difference. Fill in this gap. More spruce. Now I'll be seeing it at this angle most of the time anyway, but these are all fairly easy things to get a hold of early too, without any extra farming, I guess. I would just need to decide what I'm making the frame, filling in the frame with. Maybe I keep the logs. Makes it kind of look like it's a bit better. and then maybe swap out the spruce for oak in the hole here. Makes it too light. Let's try dark oak instead. That blends in too much with the spruce. Charred planks, maybe? And if that doesn't work, charred spruce boards would be okay too. That does just kind of eliminate the underside of the roof. It kind of makes the roof stick out too much. Maybe? I think what I'm seeing is that the roof is too sloped, maybe. Or maybe that I need something up in here to change the silhouette a little bit. That's definitely it. Okay. Not this specifically, but I need something like right here that really changes the silhouette of the roof. Yeah, I think that does it. Okay. Just need something to put in between the walls. Okay, so I'm looking for something that would make a good like bottom, but I think I know there's like chiseled logs. There's something like it's like planked. That's not quite it. I'll know exactly when I see it what I'm looking for. Because it's not part of chipped or chisel. I think this would be good, so we can check on that first. But I think I already used one of these two. Am I thinking of like a different mod, maybe? If this doesn't work, if this isn't what I was looking for? Because I directly typed in spruce and I have an image in my head of what it looks like. And if it's not here, I might be mixing it up with a mod that I decided not to add. Which I guess is the only explanation. So let's... Oh, wait, they can do it this way? That is quite a bit. If you can, like, randomize the pattern a little bit by... with block faces. I think it's definitely that the roof is too high. Like, if I brought it down one like this, would I be less annoyed with the silhouette, probably? Oh. Is that it? Kinda, I think. No, I think it's just the roof is too slanted, which I'm not sure how I'm going to fix that problem. Let's look over the other stuff that I've got. I think maybe it's that the building is too... Why did I do steps when we have edges? Or is there not deep slate edge? I don't think there's deep slate edge, is what the problem is. There's gray roof tile edge, but I don't think there's deep slate edge. And gray roof tiles are a little bit advanced at the moment, so probably why I use those. Did I use any slabs? I did use slabs on this. It's actually crazy. I'm actually a little bit more satisfied with the flatter roof on top like that. And maybe another thing that'll help is adding like something to the outside. Like, instead of having the rail right at the door, maybe I bring it out a little bit. Maybe I don't have an overhang for the roof either, just like this, and then no, I think the overhang would make it look worse. I mean, without an overhang makes it look worse. Actually crazy how much that made me like the roof more. Okay. I might just flatten it out more because you can take off I can take off this whole bit here, make all of this slab, and only have that. Why is this so different? Oh, because it still has the overhang by one. Okay. It still has... Still has it like that. And then smooth out the edges with slabs like this. Actually much happier with that. Okay, so maybe also make this all pale. Oh. It does give that wattle and daub vibe. And then maybe it would look better here too. Yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that. Okay. So, and then maybe something in the door here. Maybe add like bangs to the roof a bit. No. Support. Can I still make these? I probably can. Yeah. No, I think I gotta remove this pale oak or make the roof slightly more pointed, like that. No. Maybe more like that. Also. Where's the spruce one? Something like this. No, that's not it either. Okay, yeah, that's it. Just make these four full blocks. I'll have to worry about. Did I add? No, I did not add. I'll have to worry about the lighting on the roof probably, but that's something I can get done a little bit later in. But I am happy with the front like this. So we just got to carry it over to the other sides. And then this side is going to, this corner is going to be simple because I don't have to build anything special. And then it's, and I just got to randomize the patterning a little bit to make it look more visually interesting. Am I happy with the side profile of it? Yeah, that's all right. No. Mm, nah, I don't like that. Maybe I'll just keep the spruce log. It probably looks better. No, it doesn't. Something more like that. Give it a little bit of depth. And then maybe... Don't remember what it's called. Just... Yes. I don't know why that wasn't showing up, but maybe something like this in there? I don't even know if it's going to show anything, honestly. Which might make it not. Might mean that it needs to go up one. Or instead of using something fancy like that, I just flat out use a belt. This and this. Okay, that almost works. But maybe bring it down one. Not quite. Yeah, that about fits it. Now just to make all of this line up. Deep slate tile, blurt brick. Full blocks, like that. Oh, the hard part's going to be replicating all of this. So maybe I don't. Maybe I don't replicate this facing. I probably will. But probably the worst one to pick, but it's actually probably this one. So this one to replace that with, but let's start with the spruce board edge, layering the top here. Did I replace the planks, these logs, with anything? No, but I'm pretty sure the original ones were facing horizontally, not vertically. Just filling out gaps like this. Okay, which side is the side I prefer? I think it's the recessed side. That's done. So I think to match it up, it'll just be the shafts, which go down one block like that. It's one block down. So it is, I am going to be skipping see, I don't like that. So I'll just pretend yep, I thought that would happen. That's fine. I'm going to be removing it anyway. So that in there. Then it's just the railroad and the fence. Was it 3 or 2? I might shorten it down to 2. That is a little bit nicer, yeah. 2. And I think that is everything. I'm probably going to do something along the sides, but this is satisfying to me. So we just need to break all the create contraptions in here so I can get a schematic of it. Because I already built this. I don't need to build it again. Then I can get a schematic of this and get working on it in the overworld. And hopefully that won't take too long, because I do want to go play Risk of Rain with GB. Is this everything? This is everything. Okay, so line it up like right here. One further out like that. Yep. And then bring it over. Up. And bring it back. Work shell. I think that's as far as I'm gonna go with in the creative world, so Why is it always night when I come back? Also have to refurnish the house at some point too. Instead of just having a tatami mat on the top floor with a futon on it, have like an actual structure in some, have an actual like house in there in some way. It'll probably be something like an enchanting table over here, and then like a bed. I mean, like a kitchen over here, and like just decoration along here. Because out here is probably gonna be like a non-create workshop with stuff like the stone cutter and the saw. Stone cutter, saw, maybe a fake looking forge, smithing table, stuff like that. But uh, do I have a normal schematic? No. Do I have a normal schematic in my backpack? Also, no. It's probably still in the, either in the table. Yep. Just got to build this, to set this up to line up with what's here. Easiest one to find is the back where the power comes in. Lined it up that quickly, huh? Arrows and stones. Is this lined up properly? Yeah, I guess it is. Yep. I need the other clipboard. Do I have the material clipboard? That's the material checklist. What's this one? This is the workshop. Yeah. Did I make a back tank filler spot? Or did I save that for the outside? I think I actually am gonna make the back tank filler somewhere closer to the house instead of by the workshop. Yeah, I'll probably do that. For now, I'm probably just gonna stick another gearbox on here and have it fill up here. But, yep. Just need the material checklist. I'm obviously gonna need some gunpowder, but let's see what I already have. And then this shouldn't get, yeah, okay. Just need some gunpowder, a little bit of gunpowder, and a decent amount of tail oak. Might need to make a couple farms for that. I'm gonna need how many fences? 52 of them. So this might not be enough. 36, yeah, I'm gonna need a little bit more. Like 2 more. That's the wrong one. Okay. It's 2 more than I needed, but I wouldn't have been able to craft the rest. Yeah. Okay. So charred spruce railing. Eight of those. $200 tile, deep slate tile slab, so I need a decent amount of deep slate. How much do I have in my system? Not a ton. Let's go grab some from this generator. Which yeah, it isn't powered right now because I needed that rotational speed controller, but that is fine. There's still have plenty. Just need to cook it. Oh wait, no. I think the tile slabs are for normal deep slate, not deep slate. Not cooked deep slate, anyway. Let's... And I need like 200, which is like 3.5, 3 and 8. So I actually needed a lot more deep slate than that. I should just get 2 more stacks of it. Because I'm still gonna need the stairs for the roofing too. How much did I need? 3 stacks and 8. Okay. And then 96 deep slate tile stairs. I should have grabbed 3 stacks. Yeah, because it's a 1-to-1. 32. Actually, I think I have slightly less than I need. Especially since I made the wrong kind of stair. I should add another door here, but it'll be less important as I get more things in. All right. So, you've got a stack of these, and then how many did I need total? 32. And then 96 deep slate tiles. So I should have grabbed even more deep slate. You guessed it. $96 is, yeah, 1 and 32. Eight lanterns. I'm running out of iron, so I can crush these now, though. Now that I have the crushing wheels up and going, I can just crush these for the iron. Oh no, are these going the wrong way? Why is this something I never bothered to check? You swap that to a parallel gearbox and it'll be okay. Okay, that looks like it's spinning the right way now. Just wash this. And then grab something else to crush. So deep slate should be fine. I don't know what happens when you crush deep slate, actually. Nothing. Ooh, but you can make blackstone. That's a good thing to know. Lots of ways to polish it, too. All right. decent amount of iron going now. Good. I do need something to crush, though. Do I have any cobblestone, maybe? Something that I know is gonna let me test the crushing wheels. Oh, I have a ton of cobblestone. Okay, now it's properly working. Recheck this while I... Wait, was I even grabbing these before? Oh well. I don't remember anymore. Rail. I was looking for rail, but I'm pretty sure I grabbed it. So I think most of it is stuff like spruce. I'm gonna need a lot of spruce. Get me the most amount of spruce you can. Because I'm gonna probably need a lot of spruce logs too. Nope, I'm actually set on those, right. I already used this. Right. So I need 43 spruce boards. Oh, not like I'm not gonna use them again. 16 spruce board edge. That's more than I need, but that's also fine. 41 spruce foundation. $175 spruce planks, which is 2 and 47 stacks. Drop some of this off in here. $23 spruce shaft. That is the wrong thing. $41 spruce slab. $88 pale oak stripped pale oak log. How much pale oak do I have? Not enough. Uh, do I still have the tree farm over there, or did I clean it up? Still have it, which is good, because I'm gonna use it. Just not in the way it thinks. Just need a piston. Get this all made into iron really quick. And then I need a piston, mechanical piston, actually. Do I have no andesite alloy? All right. I had no base andesite alloy. That makes a little bit more sense. And I should have another slime ball. Yep. So I can make a sticky one. Now I just need a barrel. And a crank. And that should be all I need to get a quick, large amount of pale oak. Set the saw down. Set this down. Set this down. Dick. That's why I need the spud sentries. And then get my glue out, which is running a little dry. many logs did I need? 86. Okay. Six is 1 and 22, so one more. Why'd I do that? That just wasted durability on that. Wait, I need that. I need that one. Stack and 22. Stack and 22. I forgot which way. This one. Cool. And just... I'm sure I'll be able to use this tree bark for something down the line. And then casing. I don't know why I've made that many lazy shafts, but I decided to put them there instead. Which is fine. You know what? I still want that casing, actually. But I'm gonna go with brass casing. Oh, it's gonna take a bit. I'm gonna have to get the honey, though. I'm gonna have to make all the honeycomb and waxed oak stuff. Yeah, wooden bracket, waxed oaks, 96 waxed oak support beam, and then 8 waxed oak pergola. So I'm gonna have to get a lot of waxed oak. That's a decent amount of honeycomb, but I'm probably gonna need more than that. And then bucket for the honey. I'm just gonna grab 3. How much can I make with just the planks? Each one counts as that, so I am a small amount there. I just need oak and a bit more honeycomb. So I'm gonna grab 3 buckets of honey. Is this not how this works? Wait, wasn't it the press? Yeah, it was the press. I just need some oak. Hopefully I have a decent amount of oak. Otherwise I'm going to be sitting here doing the oak thing that I was doing with the pale oak, and that can take a bit. Okay, so it looks like I have a decent amount of oak. Let me grab divisible by 8. Hopefully that gets me all I need, but I still have plenty of oak and I still have plenty of honeycomb, so. So I'm looking for a stack and 32 of the support beam. Okay, so I need more. Another divisible of 8, so let me just grab another 24. 8 pergola. It's probably for the lanterns to hang on. All right. I think that is going to be everything by the time I'm done. Missing one support beam. So let me get the one wax log back, make the beam, and then I need the brackets. And I do not remember how to make the bracket. Okay. It should be... I need 4 of... I need how many of them? I'm just going to make 8. Probably didn't need 8. Only need 5. Good enough. Alright. This... Oh, right. I forgot how slow you are. Naturally. Alright. So I guess I'll just do this now. Little bit of this. Oh, right. A little bit of this. And then I am going to back out. Remember that I have to add resource packs in order for them to function. Very important move. I'm so fucking red. Any moment now. Any moment the texture packs will be done. Stream isn't lagging, is it? Because on my screen, my stream is just... Oh, there we go. I am just very good at standing perfectly still. No, even trying to fake being still, the hair and the tails move. So I don't know how I was stuck not moving that long. It's going to, it's gonna work, right? It's gonna work, right? Hello? Let me take a look at the logs. Oh, music stopped. That's either a sign it's... There it goes. Okay, now we can go back in. Oh, I added the mod that makes floating islands, but I also added the mod, tried adding the mod that makes floating villages, create style villages, but those things are way too common and have way too good a loot. So I'm not touching that. It's unless I can figure out a mod that makes it so those kinds of structures spawn less regularly. Hey, that's not the one I wanted. I know it is. Yay. It's June, I had to. Oh, do I have to start? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into configure. We're going to go to server settings, and we're going to go to schematics, schematic cannon, and we're going to drop that delay down to 1, baby. Because I don't want to be here all day doing that. At least until I decide I feel like I want to finally learn how to code a mod so I can add, like, the schematic cannon core and then have, like, an array of schematic cannons. It's also extremely satisfying to watch it with a 1 second delay compared to the 10-second delay. Well, 1 tick delay versus 10-tick delay. Oh, I forgot to figure out the lighting on the roof of the building. I'll figure something out. But did it run out of gunpowder? Because that's like not off the table that it does that. That it did that. Come on. Why won't you go in? There we go. Yep. Get that last piece of gunpowder for you. That's not quite what I meant to type, but it wasn't gibberish, so I'll give it that. There we go. And here we go. We've got a little workshop. I'm gonna replace the floor next stream with like actual flooring instead of just grass. And maybe go in and replace every time we get one of the little twigs sticking out with a wood instead of a log. Make it a little bit more professional looking. And then get me a shovel. No, wait, I think I have a shovel. So I also added a mod that'll let me do stuff like this, if it works correctly. How does it work? I know it works, I just don't remember how. Oh well, I'll figure that out in next time. Let's dump all this extra stuff in the computer. and gonna log off here. So, uh, next weekend, I'm gonna be jumping over to GB stream too, so I might as well raid into him. I'll figure out how to do that real quick. Uh, I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I have no clue how to raid. Um, I'm the most casual Twitch streamer you can possibly do. Uh, so I'm just gonna head over there. No, wait, isn't it like slash raid and then like that? Is that right? Does he have Golden Brawler itself, or does he have like fancy? No. Okay. Yes, that is working. So I don't know when the raid is gonna start. Bye.